In this video, you'll be learning about the graphs of quadratic equations. So here we have the equation f of x is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 4. So the first step of the graph of quadratic equation is to find the vertex of that equation. If you guys don't know, this is a parabola, which is the graph of a quadratic equation, and the vertex is the minimum or maximum point. If it's pointing upwards, it would be the minimum point. If it's pointing downward, it would be the maximum point. Okay, so but the formula to solve formula for finding the vertex is negative b over 2a comma f of negative b over 2a, which are x and y coordinates on the graph for the vertex. And of course, we're getting b and a from our original equation, ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay, so let's substitute. B is 6, so negative b is equal to negative 6. A is equal to 1, so 2a is equal to 2. So minus 6 divided by 2 is equal to negative 3. So negative 3 is our x coordinate for our vertex. So we can substitute that in our vertex. Okay, so now we have to, for the y coordinate, we have to do f of minus b over 2a, which basically means we're taking negative 3 as the x value and plugging it into the original equation. Minus 3 whole squared of f of x is equal to minus 3 whole squared plus 6 times minus 3 plus 4. That's 9 minus 18 plus 4, negative 9 plus 4 is equal to negative 5. So negative 5 is our y value. So our vertex is negative 3, negative 5. Let's plot that point with green on our graph. 3 to the left, 1, 2, 3, and 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's our vertex point. So from the original equation, we can tell that the graph will be pointing upwards, like a smiley face instead of a frowny face, because A is positive. If A was negative, it will be pointing down. So that means our vertex is the minimum point. Now let's find the intercepts of this equation, if there are any. So to find the intercepts, we can either set f of x to 0, or we can set x to 0. If we set x to 0, we'll find the y-intercept, and if we set y to 0, we'll find the x-intercept. Okay, so let's look for the y-intercept first. So we're setting x to 0. So f of 0 is equal to 0 squared plus 6 times 0 plus 4. So all this gets cancelled, and this leaves us with 4. So that means this equation intersects with the y-axis at 0, 4. Let's mark that with magenta. 4 up from the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So when we have a vertex, it also creates a line of symmetry. This line of symmetry is the vertical line that's parallel with the y-axis that is formed when we graph the vertex. because parabolas are completely symmetrical. So that means from the line of symmetry, if that point is 3 to the left, then another point similar to that point will also be existing 3 to the right, or sorry, vice versa. So another point will be there. So we already have 2 points. 3 points, including the vertex. Now let's find the x-intercept. To find the x-intercepts, we set f of x to 0. So we get 0 is equal to x squared plus 6x plus 4. So we have to find the solutions for this, or the roots, to find the x-intercepts. As you've seen from my previous video solving quadratic equations, there are 3 methods for doing this. I'm going to use the quadratic formula. Okay, so minus 6 plus or minus square root 36 minus 16 over 2. So negative 6 plus or minus root 20 over 2 to root 5 divided by 2 is equal to root 5. Negative 3 plus or minus root 5. Okay, so we have negative 3 plus root 5 and negative 3 minus root 5 as our roots. But we can't graph that on this graph, so those won't help us for now. We can only graph an approximate. Okay, so since we can't graph the x-intercepts, then let's graph another point. We only need 3 points, one of which is the vertex. We need the vertex, a y-intercept, and one other point on the other side of the line of symmetry to graph the parabola, but we'll try to find one more. If one more doesn't come, we can graph it from this. Okay, so let's just try 1 for x. F of 1 is equal to 1 plus 6 times 1 is 6 plus 4. F of 1 is equal to 11. So yeah, we got another point, 111. Go 1 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 to up, 2, 3, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oh, that's 10, not 11, okay. These buffs are really hard to count. Yep, it's 11, okay. So the same thing, you can put that on the other side of this line of symmetry. Okay, so now we have enough points to graph the final equation. Let's graph that in light blue. Starting from the vertex, let's curve it like this, intersecting this point and this point. And on the other side, intersecting these 2 points and the vertex. So this is the approximate of the parabola of this equation. Okay, let's have some practice problems. I'll give two quadratic equations, and you will have to find the vertex and the intercepts. Okay. For the first one, let's take x squared plus 5x plus 1, I guess. And for the second one, we'll take x squared minus 3x plus 4. Pause the video so you have a chance to solve these two questions. Okay, so we have to find the vertex and the intercept. So pause the video and try to solve it. Now let's get into the solutions. Okay, so we have to take minus b over 2a and then f of that. Okay, so negative b is negative 5. 2a is just 2, so it's over 2. Negative 5 over 2 is negative 2.5. Plug that into the equation. Okay. Negative 2.5 whole squared is 6.25. Plus 5 times negative 2.5 is equal to negative 12.5. Yeah, okay. And then if you add 1 to that, we get our answer, we get our y. So 6.25 minus 12.5 is negative 6.25 plus 1, and that's negative 5.25. So our vertex is negative 2.5, comma, negative 5.25. Now find the intercept. Let's start with the y-intercept. The y-intercept is always the constant. So that's 0, comma 1 as the y-intercept. Now find the x-intercept, or the roots. I'll use the quadratic formula again because that's just what's most convenient for me. You can use any method. Okay. Minus 5 plus or minus square root 25 minus 4 over 2 equal to minus 5 plus or minus root 21 over 2. So our x-intercepts are negative 5 plus root 21 over 2, comma 0, and the other one is negative 5 minus root 21 over 2, comma 0. Okay, and this is our solution for the first one. The second one, try it on your own. Put your answer in the comments. I'll try to respond as many as I can.